Hey everyone, John Michael here on Cavs Courtside. The classic court is in place tonight here inside Rocket Arena. So great to have you with us for this week's episode. Well, the Cavaliers closed out 2025 in fine fashion as down in San Antonio, they turned in a sensational second half to take out the Spurs and sweep San Antonio on the season. Then they came back home and finished out 2025 with maybe their most complete victory of the year in a win over the Suns. Great show coming up here today. We're going to have Cavalier legend Mark Price alongside. One of the reasons for the Cavs' resurgence over the last few games has been the play of their big men. Jarrett Allen was sensational in San Antonio as he had to square off against Victor Wembanyama. It was clear Allen won the matchup on that night, and when Jarrett Allen is playing that kind of basketball, turning in a nightly double-double, boy, the Cavaliers are hard to beat. We're going to take a look back at Jarrett's performance against the Spurs, and we will also hear from one of the newest Cavs in Lonzo Ball. That's all straight ahead right here on Cavs Courtside.
What's up, Cavs fans? This is the classic edition of This or That with Craig Porter Jr. Let's get it. Lil Wayne, 50.
50.
50, okay. Why you rock with 50 like that?
I mean, just growing up,
Okay.
I mean, he had a video game on here that was actually pretty cool, but
Yeah.
just his music, I just liked his music a lot
50
more.
still. I'm a Power fan too. You watch Power?
A little bit, watched a little bit.
Survivor or The Bachelor?
Probably The Bachelor, just so I can watch it with my fiance.
Guitar Hero or Wii Sports? Did you ever play the Wii?
I play both.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the drums on Guitar Hero more. It's a lot easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the whammy bar on the guitar and stuff.
Right.
That'll make it a little more fun.
But the Wii, did you get down like this?
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
Bowling, baseball, tennis, all of it.
Oh, you did it all? Okay.
Come on now.
Pin My Ride or Cribs?
Cribs. Pin My Ride was too. Like, I seen him put a fish tank in a car one
Yeah,
time.
that
and
was wild.
I was like, nah, that ain't.
MySpace or Facebook?
MySpace was more my brother's speed. That was like
Yeah.
a little before me.
Yeah.
But Facebook was like what I came up to. So
Exactly.
I'd say Facebook.
You still with Facebook now?
Nah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
with
too
Facebook.
much on Facebook. Too much.
Cavaliers Courtside is driven by Toyota. For all Toyota offers, visit toyota.com.
Hey, we're back here on Cavaliers Courtside, joined by a legend. It is Mark Price. Mark, always so great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Mark, I always get your teammates' opinion about everything, night after night after night. And Brad Doherty, we're going to get a fresh opinion here with you. Your take on the Cavs right now. It's a Cavs team that had a bumpy start, but they seem to be, at the end of the calendar year, turning the corner. What have you seen?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty obvious. I mean, the injuries have been a huge factor. People are like, well, you know, everybody has injuries, but when your best players aren't on the court every night, it's going to affect, you know, the team. And I think just the flow, you know, I think one of the reasons they were so good last year was they had played together every night. They didn't have those injuries, and that allows you to get comfortable playing with one another, get in a rhythm, get in the flow of the game, and they just hadn't been able to. But the good news is the last couple games have really been probably their best two games so far this season, so hopefully that's good news moving forward.
Darius Garland, of course, has been nagged by that toe injury. You know what it's like to have a game that's predicated upon starts and stops. When you've had injuries like that, I know you've had a number in your career.
Right.
What does that do to your game? How does it affect it?
Well, it affects everything,
Yeah, right.
particularly when you're a guard and, you know, speed is involved in the game, and you don't have your wheels, man. It's hard to be as effective, obviously. But Darius, I'm not concerned about him. I mean, he's going to get his rhythm back. But, you know, just like I said, getting more reps night in, night out is going to help him and help everybody else too.
Part of that rhythm is getting the big men involved. Kenny Atkinson has said, hey, the more we can get Evan Mobley active, the more we can get Jarrett Allen active, the better off we're going to be. One of the best duos during your day, not just with the Cavs, but in the entire league, you and Brad Doherty. How did you get that activated? How did that all come about to make it the beautiful tandem that it was for so many seasons?
Yeah, I think a little bit of it, we were familiar with one another from college. We played against each other for 4 years in the ACC. So we had that background together. But, you know, I tell people this all the time. They don't believe me that we didn't hardly run any pick and rolls in college. You know, so I called Bobby Crimmins, my college coach, and I said, what were you thinking, man? Yeah, John Sally, we could have been pretty good, right? So, but it just was, the style was different back then, but that really opened up for me. It opened up a whole new world, and obviously getting to play with a guy like Brad or Larry or Hot Rod Williams. I had three big bodies setting screens for me. Made my life and it opened up my game tremendously.
Guys come out of school so much younger. So when you see a player like Darius Garland, who now is a veteran, but he's still a young guy. When you're talking about leadership, Mark, how does that develop? How does that unfold as you become a bigger voice in that locker room?
Well, I think one, like you said, maturity has a lot to do with it. But, you know, he's got enough years under his belt now. Sometimes it's just a matter of accepting it, right? And I think the point guard position naturally is a leadership type position. You got the ball in your hands a lot. You're an extension of the coach, kind of trying to get other guys involved, trying to keep those big guys happy as you deal with Brad. I always had to worry about keeping Big Brad happy, you know, but
not easy to do.
And so it's a lot of responsibility, but the more you get comfortable with that and the more confidence you have, sometimes you just have to decide, you know what, it's time for me to step up, not only by actions, but sometimes by words.
Yeah, Craig Porter and Jalen Tyson have been two youngsters that have really injected energy and life into this lineup. So, you know, sometimes they've been the kind of players that the Cavs have needed on any given night. Were there any players during your time, youngsters, that came up that gave you and Larry and Brad that shot on certain nights that you were looking for?
Well, yeah, we were fortunate to have some great guards guys come through when we were playing. You know, Kevin Johnson, even though he didn't stay long, ended up trading him. Terrell Brandon, you know, who was played behind me for 2 or 3 years in the Cavs. Just to have that talent and skill level coming in off the bench to induce it. And also guys like, Craig Elo, obviously. You know, when he came off the bench, we had Ron Harper. Craig was one of those energy guys, you know, that just infused life into the team. And so when you have players like that and playing with confidence like those two guys you mentioned, it bodes well for the Cavs moving forward during the season.
So great to be visiting with Mark Price. Mark, your camps around this area have now, in just a couple of years, become legendary. I hear I don't know if you can talk about it, but there's an upcoming announcement shortly, right?
Yes, I will still be having my camps up in Northeast Ohio again, but there's a big announcement coming soon from the Cavs organization, including my camps and things like that. So something to look forward to. I'm not going to say it here. There's a planned reveal for what's going to happen, but we're really excited about the partnership coming up.
For youngsters around here who want to be a part of it, how do they do that, and what can they expect in a Mark Price camp?
Yeah, we're working out details on that. MarkPriceCamps.com has been a site we've used in the past, and we're updating some things, trying to get all that stuff in order right now. But there'll be plenty of news and ways to find out about it, particularly by the 28th when the announcement's made.
Mark, always great catching up.
Love it, man.
All right, Mark Price, this is Cavs Courtside. More right after this on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
I don't know if this is the camera for mic'd up, but Merry Christmas, Mom, Jordan, wifey, love you guys. Dad, love you. Merry Christmas.
Mitchell hooping the alley.
I ain't dunking like 3 months. I only dunk when she here. What up, baby? How are you? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Appreciate you always. Oh! Damn, right. Coming up. Oh.
Mitchell lobbing it up. Allen pumping it down.
Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, yes, sir. Watch your back. Here we go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, we're back here on Cavaliers Courtside, driven by Toyota. We talked earlier in the show about the Cavs' up and down start to the season, and so much of that was because of the Cavaliers' injury situation, where they've had a handful of regulars out of the lineup. One of those players was Jarrett Allen. He has dealt with injuries on both hands, but Jarrett is back, and he has been in full force. Jarrett down in San Antonio went up against Victor Wembanyama and turned in one of his best performances of the season. Let's take a look back.
Mitchell. Dump off inside, and Allen got the flush. About leaning on his leadership during this tumultuous stretch. 14-10 advantage after the free throws, and Allen hits a mid-range J. Merrill defended closely by Castle. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Garland. The blow by, dump off to Allen, who puts it in for 2 more.
I thought there was some contact there on that.
Contact. Lob, Allen, brought it down, threw it over his head, counted, and put him on the line. Tyson finds Garland, pump fake, penetrates, left it for Allen. Allen off balance, another circus shot for J.A.
5 and 25 to start the season and got hot at the end. So most important thing is health, and right there Garland showing health, getting around the corner there.
They've made just 8 so far. They're shooting 32% from downtown. They are on a run right now. Nice feed, Garland diming it up to start the third quarter. Came down themselves by fouling too much. Kind of mucked up any momentum.
Staying healthy.
Johnson out of control. Garland leaves it for Tyson. Tyson had to catch up with it. Merrill now, baseline drive, left it for Allen. Allen's push shot goes through.
7 from the three-point line here tonight.
Spurs turn it over. Tyson leaves it for Merrill. Back to Tyson. Tyson, no. Allen got it back and put it in. Porter, great hustle for the rebound. Allen inside the flush. And the Spurs will call timeout with 5:05 to go in the fourth. Double team, forced to give it up. It rotates to Garland. Now Porter on the drive, leads it for Allen. Got a body.
It's being 90s. Well, look at the big guys going at it here. Great pass. Quick dunk by Jarrett Allen going at the big fella. But that was a possession where the ball just flew around on the perimeter.
Now we're going to do movies.
All right, cool.
What movie is this line from? There's no place like home.
Sheesh.
Bro, this is not like a standard quote. Like, there's no place like home. It sounds like some Spider-Man thing.
Wizard of Oz, but close. You're like 8
I love the Wizard of Oz, too. That's crazy. Shout out to the Tin Man.
Not Alice in Wonderland. Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that Alice in Wonderland?
Oh, Finding Nemo. It's with the tornado. What's that? Wizard of Oz. Thank you. I meant that too, by the way. I really thought it was Finding Nemo.
I'll be back.
Terminator?
Yes.
Terminator.
Terminator.
What's that called? Lightsabers? Star Wars?
What is that, Darth Vader?
The Terminator?
Nice.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, I have a shirt of him. I have like literally a t-shirt that says "You're killing me, Smalls." What?
My brother's gonna hate me for not knowing this one too.
The Sandlot.
Sandlot.
I should know this.
Killing me, Smalls. Redhead kid, right? Backwards hat. Sandlot.
That would be Sandlot, filmed in Utah.
Sandlot. Classic.
The baseball movie. Sandlot. Bro, what?
You totally got it. Great. Just keep swimming.
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
You know that?
That's Dory, yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Yep.
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Nice.
Nemo.
There's Finding Nemo. Yeah, there you go.
We're back here inside Rocket Arena on Cavaliers Courtside. Well, during the offseason, the Cavaliers acquired the #2 overall pick back in the 2017 draft in Lonzo Ball. Just recently, Rock Sports' Leah Doherty sat down with Lonzo to get to know a little bit about his off-the-court life.
What's been your most favorite thing you've done outside of basketball? You were on The Masked Singer.
I was on The Masked Singer. That was a different experience. It was a great time, though. But I have so much more respect for, like, even my brother's an artist now, so I see how the process goes. But just, like, as a person, like, if you go to a concert, you're like, okay, it can't be that hard to just go up there and sing a couple songs. But, like, to have the breath control and to people that actually dance and you have to get choreography down and then you have to come in and, you know, make sure all the sound is set up, the mic is working. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. And Masked Singer was, like, my first time, like, wow, this was a full week. Like, that was, like, the hardest, like, practice I've ever had in my life, those couple of days, just because you have to learn all the dance steps and be in the right place at the right time and stuff like that.
What made you want to do that?
Honestly, it was just super random. Like, my grandma and my mom be watching that show, so I didn't even know what it was. I had got the call, and I had talked to them about it, and they were, like, super ecstatic. So I was like, I mean, I'm not doing nothing anyway. So ended up hopping on, and they probably still watch that episode to this day.
Okay, so naturally the next step feels like Dancing with the Stars, right? It collides
See,
with
Dancing
basketball
with the Stars
season.
is like, I don't know if I can have those moves, though.
Really?
Yeah.
They bring in athletes all the time, though, and do
They be
it.
getting to it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a street dancer. Like, I'm not a ballet type of dude.
Ball, you could learn some ballroom skills. If you can do Masked Singer, I feel like it's way harder to get out and sing in front of a crowd.
No, I feel like Dancing with the Stars is probably 10 times harder.
Okay. And then you've like guest starred on like Fuller House and done
Yeah,
some
that
stuff.
was random. I never even watched Full House before,
Yeah.
so I didn't really know too much. But it was a good time on set. I love that at Universal how they have like the different stages where you can make so much things happen with just a small space. It's really dope.
So what appreciation did you learn getting to watch the behind the scenes of all that?
I would say how their day goes, like, because obviously everybody has a job and we all have to do something, to keep living. And our job is to come in here and play basketball for a living. But like on the scene, like all these cameras, there's somebody behind each and every camera. There's somebody making sure all these mics are working. Like there's always like a team aspect. I feel like that I've been around, and I appreciate that for sure.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
I would like to be saying I'd be throwing some touchdowns in the NFL. But like I said, I never got a chance to play, which makes no sense because my dad played for 3 years. But that's another story for
There's
another
no
day.
resentment there, though.
Yeah. No, he still hears about it a couple times because he would always tell us, like, you're going to play in 6th grade. 6th grade come around. All right, you're going to play in 7th grade. 7th grade come around. 8th grade? Nope. He's like, all right, high school. By the time I got to, like, junior year in high school, I just gave up, stopped asking him.
There's got to be a quarterback though, that you could shoot a text and be like, hey, can we just go throw it and see maybe if I have some skill?
I got an arm. I feel like
Yeah,
I can
right.
definitely get the ball there. It's just more about making the right reads.
What current quarterback in the league would your style be closest to?
I think I'm more like I'm like a Lamar Jackson, a little slower, mixed with a Josh Allen.
Your dad always wanted you guys to play basketball.
Yeah.
He had a love for the game, but when did you really own that love yourself and say, not only is this something that my dad is encouraging us to do, but this is something I want to do too?
I always loved basketball. I mean, I liked playing sports. My dad didn't let me play, football. I always wanted to, but I ran track, played baseball. So I did a couple other things, but basketball was definitely my calling for sure.
Who'd you look up to when you were growing up?
My favorite player was LeBron.
What is that like when you actually meet him, a guy that you grew up loving? When did you meet him for the first time?
Yeah, it was kind of surreal. I met him really I met him when we played Cleveland my first year in LA, but he actually came to LA my second year. So it was cool to be around him a lot, obviously. I mean, we both got hurt that year, but it was a fun time for sure.
What is it like is that a guy you just want to run and pick his brain about everything? What is it like to actually get to talk to him?
It was just cool to see his process. Really just to see how he takes it every day. You can see why he's still playing, how he is at 40 years old, because his process is honestly one of one. I haven't seen somebody put that much work into their body day in, day out, and eat the right things, and go to sleep on time, and have treatment on the plane, treatment before the game, after the game. Like, he doesn't miss any days as far as taking care of his body, and you see that pay off, with the things he's doing now.
Do you feel like you have a different appreciation for taking care of your body now with everything that you've gone through?
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody's different. At the end of the day, you have to find out what works for you. But at the end of the day, like, this is how, we make our living, is being available and being on the court and playing. So if you don't take care of your body, then, you really don't have much.
Is it crazy to think how you looked up to LeBron? There's so many kids that look up to you and love watching you play. What is that like?
I guess it's an honor. I mean, it's like you said, there's always a new generation coming behind you, and you want to push the game, as far forward as you can. Obviously, Brian is a different type of specimen, if you will. Like, not a lot of people are 6'9", that fast, that big, that strong. But we have a guy, Wemby, that's 7'5", 7'6" now, doing things that we've never seen done before. So I actually love where the game is going, and like I said, I'm thankful to still be in the league, going into my 9th year. Doesn't feel like it at all, but it's going by pretty quick.
How have you felt so far this season? I haven't even asked you that physically. How do you feel?
I feel good. Like I said, I started at 20 minutes. Now, last game I was at like 26, so it's going up.
How do you maintain, I don't even know if it's possible to have a work-life balance, but we had talked about, you're like, okay, there's some movies I want to go home and watch tonight. I know you have a daughter. How do you maintain a sense of normalcy when the season is such a grind for you guys?
I mean, I'm a very chill, easy guy. Like, on the road, I'm pretty much in the room, like you said, watching movies. At home, I'm with my dogs. I'm on FaceTime. I don't leave the house too much, especially when it's about to get super cold. So for me, it's like when I have my free time, I just put my Normatex on and turn the TV on, honestly.
What do you like to do with your dogs? Tell me a little bit about your dogs.
Well, Deuce is a Rottweiler. He turns 8 in 2 weeks, actually, so happy early birthday to him. Aura, she just turned 7 months, so she's a handful right now. Comes home to a lot of things ripped up usually, but she's getting a little better.
That's great. And they don't like the snow? You said you don't like going
Nah,
out in the
my
snow with them
Rottweiler
either?
loves the snow. He'll sit in it all day. Aura, I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. This will be her first winter. She's used to where I came from in Cali, and what she has now is definitely a culture shock. So I think that's a different type of lifestyle, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're back to wrap things up as the Cavaliers get set to take on the Nuggets in the first game of 2026. We'd like to thank Lonzo Ball for sitting down with Leah, and also Mark Price for stopping by. Until next time, this is John Michael saying so long. You're watching the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
Cavaliers Courtside was driven by Toyota. For all Toyota offers, visit toyota.com.